Wing Commander Praful Bakshi here as a strategic affairs expert. Sir, Wing Commander Bakshi, now the way we are seeing this, he was talking, we just heard Lieutenant Colonel Conricus talking about, Islamic terror. And we have to call terror, terror. That is the most important thing. That is what the world and the, people who have been in support. We just heard Prime Minister Modi also, he just tweeted about, condemning this attack and calling it a terrorist attack. This is a terrorist attack by Hamas. And there are, of course, likes of Iran who are backing it. But what do you see? How does this really affect the world, and how everybody can really participate in the fight against this sort of extremism and terrorism and barbarism? Because we've seen some really gory images coming in from social media as far as the Israeli civilians, how they are targeted, especially women also.
Absolutely right. The first victim is, of course, the truth in all these things. And when you talk of terrorism, I think we tend to make it a little hazy when we call it terrorism. What is terrorism? Either you call them enemy or you don't call them enemy. I mean, this is, trying to play to the political gallery. This is a weakness. I really admire one Prime Minister who said they are enemy. Terrorists are enemy of the state. You call them enemy of the state and they are enemy. So why give them fancy names? So this happened in 92, 93 in India and in Delhi, when these people used to shoot the Director General, Doordarshan, etc. Then everybody used to say, oh, they are children who have forgotten their path and they come back home, etc. So let's forget about it. Israel is very clear. They are going to take action because they are terrorists. Terrorists, as far as they are concerned, are the enemies. So they will treat them like that. But the problem is, they do not know where they are because they are not an organized division or a corps or army strength. They are all over. So what Israel is going to do, they are going to give them a strong punishment, where it be in the form of air attacks, attack helicopter, ground attack fighters, they'll be there, and the bigger surface-to-surface missile, not the lighter ones, which we are seeing that. And that's what they're going to do, and occupy 2 or 3 positions so that Hamas comes on negotiating table. Now Israel will have to step out of line, and that's what they're going to do, and they will do it very comfortably. This is going to be a 10th operation. This Iron Side phase they have given. The already 9 have happened similar. That they will continue to happen because the whole geopolitical situation was such that Hamas has given position here, and the Israelis are also there, and they have got their own the attack on the mosque and attack on Aqsa Mosque, and all those things are background to it. But the question is, humanity is suffering. Madam, let me tell you one thing. Nobody is interested in humanity. It is all lip service. Whether you are Ukraine, whether you are in this place. They basically want to sell their armaments. It is basically all that. And it is a fight, sorry to use the word, it is a religious fight which was there between Saladin and King Richard the Lionheart 1,000 years back. It's still going on. It's a carry forward of that, and we have to face it, and this will continue till such time there's a religious divide. There will be fight, whether it is in India, whether it is in Israel, whether it is in anywhere. So that is a common phenomena. It all depends how strongly you hammer them down onto the earth, and that depends on Israel. This time, I personally feel Israel will take a very stern action on that. But the geopolitical situation is such, Iran and Saudi Arabia talks are going on, they'll get affected. Then Russia's reaction, Chinese reaction, all those things, the trade, the oil, it starts snowballing. It is a domino effect which takes place. That will take place, all right. So, but as far as Israel is concerned, it's for survival of Israel. They are fighting for. They are going to do it. America is not coming up with any major statement. You have heard the PRO speaking there. I mean, they've given a little bit of commentary, all right, but nothing much they'll say about it, and they'll keep it at that. So let us see how it happens. Iran is the main force behind. Everybody says that Iran is involved with every terrorist group in that area, and shooting down of an airliner, etc. It's not very far back. It's still taught in the military lessons how Iranians made the mistake, how Iranians aircraft got shot down. All those aspects are there. That is humanity suffering. That will continue. So let us see what they do now.
Absolutely, it's of course interesting. But how do you see this? Because you said that the Palestinians are all over the place, the Hamas is all over the place. But the fact that they can claim that there were 3,000 to 5,000 rockets being fired, it's not something that is that can be taken lightly. We've seen the amount of destruction. You know, you can see those videos, viewers, that those plumes of smoke and the destruction and state of emergency. It has to be something really serious. How do you think this Hamas group would have been pushed to this sort of an escalation?
No, Hamas has got its permanent locations, and the rockets are not very big. They are not the surface-to-surface missile. They are not Prithvi and Agni. They are the other normal rockets. And firing, it is actually highly exaggerated figure. They were originally 500, then increased to 2,200, then increased. Every side is exaggerating a little bit, and it makes multi-barrel rocket launchers, when they fire, there's 5,000 to 6,000 in one sector is a very common phenomena in a war. So MBRL, what is so big about it? So if they have got a couple of launching pads out there, they can very well do it. I personally don't feel it is that big a achievement on part of Hamas. Yes, achievement from the angle that innocent women and children are dying. That, if they call it achievement, it is. But I personally feel it's a tragedy, and world should do something about it. I think we should start asking the Committee of Nations, what are you going to do about it? The United Nations. No, they have never spoken about it. It is just one of the incidents, and next week we'll be discussing some other thing. So, I think 22 days back, there was an incident like that. Before that, it was like that. So it will keep coming. So let me assure you, and this is how the politics of the whole thing is going on. Everybody is very happy about it. And Iran is supplying them weapons. Saudi Arabia supplying surreptitiously. They're not doing it openly. It is basically a war between Islam and the other religion in that place, or Christianity or other religion in that place. Say what you want, but basically religion is the issue.
But who really calls it out? You know, there will be things that make it convoluted. We've seen that there are stances, as you were talking about, there are, you know, not really, not a concrete statement given by the US, which has been, you know, an ally of Israel. They've spoken about their friendship and how they back Israel. But there has been no strong words coming in from the superpower that US is called, or even many of the Europeans, barring UK or France, even India. You know, Prime Minister Modi has called it a terror attack, and said that he's deeply concerned about the situation, and he has slammed, of course, this kind of an attack. But how does this really change the world order? We've seen after Ukraine war how there was a reordering, but here we do not see some, some immediate kind of reactions coming in as they were when Russia had in fact invaded Ukraine, isn't it?
Nothing is going to change, let me assure you, madam. In Ukraine, what did change? Zelensky openly challenged the world humanitarian bodies and told them they are frauds. Russia, Ukraine openly said it. I won't name the organizations who he criticized, but the question is there, and it is a fact. What happened in Rwanda? What happened in Somalia? Who came? Yugoslavia? Who came? This is all political gamut. Anything controlled by United Nations is a politicized action. So please forget about it. Don't think people will start going and calling it a black day and this is going to happen and that is going to happen, because Sunni headquarters, Shia headquarters are located in that area. They are supplying weapons to them, money to their own field. That is a fight between them. It is a fight between them and the Christians, and that is going to happen. So this will continue. So the sum total is, yes, the only thing is, if world body gets together and gets a nice, good body coming up, which talks on the amicability, creating an amicable atmosphere amongst the religious bodies, and that is what it can be done.
Right. All right. Thank you so much, Wing Commander Bakshi, for joining us here with your thoughts on this. Of course, that Republic TV will continue to get you all the updates, viewers, but time now to take a quick